Shedeur Sanders entered the NFL with a spotlight unlike almost any rookie quarterback in recent memory. Not because he arrived as a typical first-round phenom, not because he came from a traditional powerhouse program, and not because he was projected to be the savior of a franchise starving for relevance. No, Shedeur stepped into the league surrounded by a storm of attention that was built through 3 years of pressure, expectation, media noise, and one of the most intensely followed college journeys in modern football. But even with all of that, even with the hype, the fan debates, and the constant assumptions about whether he would succeed or struggle at the professional level, nobody, not analysts, not critics, not fans, fully understood just how electric his NFL debut would be. And absolutely nobody expected him to break records before halftime of his very first game. From the moment Shedeur took the field, something felt different. It wasn't the intensity of the crowd, although the stadium felt like it was vibrating. It wasn't the cameras, even though every major sports network had allocated massive coverage to this game. And it wasn't even the anticipation, although it was impossible not to feel the weight of decades of quarterback scrutiny resting on his shoulders. What felt different was Shedeur's presence, calm, confident, completely unbothered by the size of the moment. He didn't look like a rookie feeling his way through the chaos of an NFL defense. He looked like someone who had been preparing for this exact moment his entire life. And maybe he was. From the moment Shedeur threw his first pass, a perfectly timed 14-yard strike that cut through tight coverage like it was nothing, it became clear that this wasn't going to be a typical rookie debut. The commentators knew it. The crowd knew it. The defenders who suddenly looked hesitant knew it. Every movement Shedeur made, every drop back, every subtle shoulder fake, every read at the line of scrimmage showed composure that rookies simply don't have. At least not rookies who aren't generational. What followed in that opening quarter was nothing short of stunning. The offense, which many assumed would take time to adapt to a new leader, suddenly looked sharper than it had in years. Receivers ran their routes with more confidence. The offensive line blocked with more urgency. The running game opened because defenses were forced to respect the passing threat immediately. Shedeur wasn't just operating the offense, he was elevating it. And then came the record-breaking moment. It wasn't a deep bomb or a highlight reel scramble. It was Shedeur doing what Shedeur does best: reading, processing, staying poised, and firing with precision. On a 3rd and 7 play, he moved through his progressions like he was flipping pages in a book he had already memorized. First read covered, second read bracketed, third read baited. So he checked to the 4th option, a receiver who shouldn't have been open but became open because Shedeur anticipated the defensive shift before the safety even moved. The ball left his hand in a tight spiral, threaded into a window the size of a backpack, and hit his receiver perfectly in stride. The stadium erupted, the sideline exploded, and the broadcast immediately reported that Shedeur Sanders had just set an NFL record for most passing yards recorded by a rookie quarterback in his opening quarter. But the numbers only tell a fraction of the story. What really resonated with fans, and what caused 4.6 million viewers to tune in, making it the most-watched NFL rookie debut of the entire modern era, was the way Shedeur played. Calm, confident, in control. The moment didn't swallow him. He swallowed the moment. Viewers at home weren't watching a rookie trying to prove he belonged. They were watching a quarterback who already knew he did. And yet the most fascinating part of Shedeur's debut wasn't the stat sheet or the highlights or even the sheer impact on national viewership. It was the narrative shift that happened in real time. For months, analysts debated whether Shedeur's success at Colorado would translate to the NFL. Some said he benefited from tempo. Others said he was untested. Others believed he was simply the product of Deion Sanders' unmatched media machine. But with every snap in this debut, Shedeur stripped away another layer of doubt. In the pocket, he was unshaken. When blitzed, he adjusted protections like a veteran. When defenders disguised looks, he diagnosed them with patience and intelligence. Even his incompletions were calculated, throwaways made to avoid negative plays. He wasn't being reckless. He wasn't forcing anything. He understood the flow of the game in a way that rookies almost never do. The broadcast crew began using words like mature, disciplined, composed, and ahead of schedule. Fans on social media lit up with reactions, many of them shocked. Critics who once questioned his readiness suddenly ran out of arguments, and supporters who insisted he would rise to the occasion suddenly had all the validation they needed. The nation wasn't just witnessing a great debut, they were watching the emergence of someone who truly looked like a franchise quarterback. But what truly made the moment special was the impact far beyond the stat line. Every time Shedeur's face flashed on the screen, there was the unmistakable reminder of the legacy behind him. Shedeur Sanders, father, mentor, coach, and one of the most iconic figures in sports history, watched proudly from the sidelines. His expression said everything. He knew this moment was coming long before the world did. He knew the preparation, the discipline, the sacrifice his son put into becoming the player he is today. He knew the pressure was enormous, but he also knew pressure makes greatness if you're built the right way, and Shedeur has been built with purpose. Still, even Dion couldn't have predicted the level of attention the debut would generate. Within minutes of kickoff, social media platforms surged. Highlight clips were posted in real time. Analysts clipped his throws and broke them down instantly. Fans from rival teams admitted they were impressed. Even NFL veterans began tweeting during the game, praising his poise and technique. The nation was glued to its screens, and by the time the fourth quarter rolled around, the game had drawn 4.6 million viewers, an almost unbelievable number for a rookie's first appearance. And that's when the narrative shifted from Shedeur looks good to Shedeur is different. The fourth quarter solidified it. Most rookie quarterbacks fade late in games. Fatigue sets in, pressure increases, defenses adjust. But Shedeur seemed to get sharper, more precise, more confident. He made throws that shouldn't be possible from someone in their debut. He extended plays without panic. He kept the offense on schedule. And he showed something that separates good quarterbacks from great ones. He understood situational football. Whether it was a 2-minute drill, a third and long, a zone blitz look, or a disguised coverage, Shedeur processed everything calmly. He didn't lock onto receivers. He didn't panic when the first or second option collapsed. He didn't drift into sacks. He simply played football at a level that looked veteran-like. By the time the game ended, he had shattered multiple rookie records. Most passing yards in an NFL debut. Highest completion percentage by a rookie with 30-plus attempts. Most viewers for a Week 1 rookie debut in league history. Most third-down conversions by a first-time starter. But perhaps the biggest impact wasn't statistical. It was emotional. Because for the first time in a long time, fans weren't asking, "Can Shedeur Sanders succeed in the NFL?" They were asking something entirely different. Is Shedeur Sanders already the real QB1? And the truth is, that question wasn't born out of hype. It was born out of performance. He didn't play like a rookie trying to earn a job. He played like someone who had already claimed it. His teammates trusted him instantly. The coaching staff didn't have to simplify the game plan or hold his hand. He controlled the tempo. He commanded the huddle. He manipulated defenses the way seasoned quarterbacks do. And most importantly, he made everyone around him better. The hallmark trait of every true franchise quarterback in NFL history. After the game, the locker room atmosphere said everything. Teammates praised his leadership, composure, preparation, and humility. Coaches talked about his professionalism and work ethic. Reporters asked questions about how he remained so calm under pressure, and Shedeur answered every one of them with the same poise he displayed on the field. He didn't gloat. He didn't act surprised. He didn't embellish. Instead, he spoke like someone who expected this outcome, someone raised to perform in big moments. And of course, Shedeur Sanders' reaction became a viral moment of its own. He didn't say much. He didn't need to. A proud nod, a tight smile, and a simple acknowledgement that his son had earned everything through hard work said more than any speech ever could. But beyond the father-son storyline, beyond the records, beyond the media frenzy, the debut raised a bigger question for the NFL. Is this the beginning of a new era? Because the NFL has seen great debuts before, but rarely ones that changed the energy of the league in real time. Shedeur brought something unique, a combination of calm and confidence that players usually develop after years of experience. He brought intelligence, accuracy, pocket awareness, and emotional maturity that simply aren't normal for rookies. And he brought something else, a sense of inevitability, as if greatness wasn't a possibility, but an expectation. The public could feel it. Analysts could feel it. Fans could feel it. And if the reactions from 4.6 million viewers are any indication, the NFL felt it too. This wasn't hype. This wasn't luck. This wasn't a moment that fades in a week or two. This was the debut of someone who looks ready to redefine what a rookie quarterback can be. Someone who has the talent, the mindset, and the leadership qualities to become the face of a franchise. By the time the stadium lights dimmed and the broadcast signed off, one thing was clear. Shedeur Sanders didn't just arrive, he announced himself. And with the entire football world watching, millions of fans, dozens of analysts, countless critics, Shedeur didn't flinch, he didn't hesitate, he didn't crumble under pressure. Instead, he embraced it, thrived in it, and used it to deliver one of the most memorable debuts professional football has ever seen. His journey is only beginning, but if this first chapter is any indication, the league is about to witness something special, something generational, something rare, something unforgettable. And as we step back from all the excitement, all the performances, all the numbers and reactions, one truth stands tall above the rest. Shedeur Sanders looked every bit like the real QB1, and the world saw it. All 4.6 million of them. Thank you for watching this breakdown of Shedeur Sanders' record-breaking NFL debut. If you enjoyed this long-form analysis and want more deep-dive NFL storytelling, make sure you hit the like button, share this video with other football fans, and subscribe to the channel for more detailed coverage, weekly breakdowns, and in-depth stories around the league. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.